Hades is pretty cool. It's been out for um, 2 years already. But besides that, what I have played, I've really enjoyed. To start off with, it gets the difficulty just right. It took me around 6 or 7 attempts to get to Asphodel, but from there it's been harder to go even further. I can't say how hard everything is, because I haven't beaten the game yet. But the way that the boss fights innovate and change certain elements, you can't guarantee each time. Each run fresh and non-repetitive, no matter how hard they are, or how many you're doing. Megara, or Meg as I think she's called more commonly in the game, is a really tough fight. She changes the frequency of certain attacks depending on your weapon, so she uses the whip much more if you have a closer range weapon, and trust me, her whip is deadly. Well, you know, it probably is. Of course it's a roguelike that follows a script. Enter, progress, die, and repeat. But I think the agency of choice is stellar, and it really does help the game to not, feel like you're just repeating and repeating and repeating. Okay, quick warning. I haven't seen a lot of roguelikes, and I've played even less. But the agency of choice that you have is awesome in Hades. Each weapon plays different. Once you reach a certain point, you can customize the effects of that weapon. And using Nyx's mirror, you can customize exactly what you want even more by choosing between different buffs. Or you could always run the same buffs, the base ones, and maximize the strength of one weapon and play that one for most of your runs. I would criticize those people, but I'm obviously one of them. So, bow, am I right? The bow weapon. Isn't that one amazing? Wouldn't you guys love bow? Of course, without any chance, would it really be a good roguelike or a good game at all? So I'm glad that gambling is crucial to the game. You get to choose between stuff pretty often, but when you get boons, all bets are off. You could get 3 awesome choices, or you could get 3 that are so mediocre you wish you threw yourself into Chaos's weird space underworld pit thing. Usually they're pretty good though, and you get a buff or effect that relates to the Olympian that you got it from. Zeus makes it so that pretty much anything that happens in the game at all will end up with lightning striking your opponent. And Dionysus, the wine guy, will make it so that all of your enemies get drunk. That's not a joke, by the way. Dionysus' effect is actually drunk, and it does damage to your enemies over time, which is pretty good depending on what get applied to. Whatever you choose to get, from a boon to the still beating heart of a centaur. The game keeps you on a pretty linear path, and you have to beat the room that you're in to get your reward. You know, like how rewards work. You do something and then you get it. And this is every room that you get something, so you'd think it'd be super easy by the end. But instead here I am, getting absolutely destroyed on my 21st attempt, just having met the 3rd level's boss. They are a hard fight. Innovation in this game really is awesome, and you might have seen it before, but the 3rd world's boss is actually 2 bosses. I think it'd be a pretty cool fight if I wasn't constantly being ranged camped by one part of the boss and the other being a monster holding a giant purple glowing axe. There's some pretty cool other unique stuff too, like Chaos's moves that you have to sacrifice life to even get to see. Whether it's Chaos or not, it really doesn't feel like a single interaction with the character in this game is wasted, either building up the character or building the world or the story. The dialogue is voiced super well, and a ton of it adapts to either the round that you're in or previous rounds. My favorite example, and the thing that really pointed it out to me, is when I entered one of the healing rooms, full health. And Zagreus didn't really just talk about how thankful he was, like he usually is. Instead, he says, "Oh man, wish I could bottle the stuff." I don't know, I don't have a Zagreus impression. I can't find the clip, I don't have it recorded, and there's no way I'm going to get a perfect Hades run up to the fountain so that I can find it again, because I'm not that good at the game, and so here I am, complaining instead of crying. Back to the video. Which is a small detail, but still a really cool one. It shows how much effort they put into the game. Okay, last few things. For one, I really like Skelly's room. I think it's awesome to be able to test and customize in the same room. And the training dummy, or the character, that you could talk to also wastes no space and helps build up the world, which, again, is another small little detailed thing that helps you immerse yourself in the game. Unless you hate dialogue, I think it's pretty cool, and even if you do, it is kind of fun. The music is awesome, and it's adaptive too, so you don't feel like you need to beat up the doors to go into the next room, or the Olympians when you're trying to just decide what you want to do. And so you can feel the tension at the right moments. And the final thing. Is this game just a dating sim? I haven't been giving nectar to one character much more than the others, because I'm still trying to get all of the keepsakes. But when you give them nectar, it fills up a heart gauge, and it seems like there's a lot more to go, and some of these characters are kinda...